And when I think about building a strong team culture and things that I practice in sort of my day to day, there's 8 things that I have. One is, I'm going to kind of read some of these things off here.
Yeah.
Provide tactful real-time feedback. And that's really focused on, a lot of times people aren't communicating and doing things, or they don't know when something is being done they're being done incorrectly. But being able to have that candid feedback, in the moment, where it makes sense, to where people can adapt and change. That's something that we practice, being very tactful with providing real-time feedback to make adjustments. Having people be accountable for their actions. And, sometimes we make mistakes, but being okay to step up and say, you know what, I own this. This is what's going on. What's the path forward? And being very solution oriented. That's another thing that we practice. Set realistic expectations and goals. And it's kind of battling not being stressed and rushed, and creating the right boundaries for you to be productive in the things that you need to. And how do you communicate that in the most effective way? Work together for the success of the team. So really trying to make sure we're being team players instead of individuals is another key piece. Make decisions based on facts and not emotions. And so really being objective in our thought process. Celebrate individual successes and team successes. Being able to recognize people for the hard work that they do. Make time for innovation. All work and no play tends to be a little bit boring. And so what can we do to help stimulate that creative thought? And then lastly, and the most important one, is learning from our failures. To me, a failure is a success as long as you're able to learn from it. And, so many people feel like when they mess up, it's going to be the end of the world. But if we can embrace these failures and really learn from them and move forward in a positive way, that really creates an open, dynamic environment, allow you really to accomplish anything.
Yeah, especially if you have an environment that, continually reinforces that last piece, right? Where we messed up, what did we learn? Let's move on. And then you do it again and again, and allowing that to just become a behavior. And I love that because it's also so empowering, right? It can truly empower people to know I can take risks. We can learn from this and we can do better, and it's going to be okay. And we can just keep growing and growing and growing from that.